Hello everyone, my name is Leah Gonzalez, and for this course I'll be focusing on my big problem on social inclusion and educational studies here in the US. When focusing on this problem, we are examining the routine of our curriculums, what information that we are providing for our students, what experiences are we promoting, and whether we're able to provide an inclusive and welcoming environment for all to be that sense of belonging back, to help them improve on their academics, and to connect them to the world that surrounds them through care, support, and understanding. This is a social concern that can impact students as well as their well-being, and it is crucial for us to take the step and examine what we can do when it comes to providing this environment. Through the differing learning theories in this course, we have focused on the factors of learning that can help us shape our students to be who they want to be and allow them to examine their surroundings. These different interactions and the way our students take in the learning is exactly what we must be able to reflect on and to enhance in order to unite them and one another. For this module, we will be examining the role of constructivism. Constructivism is a learning through experience. This experience comes from learners actively building their own knowledge from their schemas through participation rather than just gathering the information provided to further their learning. An example can be a student dropping a pen to learn more about gravity. And taking in an experience, especially a positive one with positive reinforcement to support it, it will allow a student or a learner to fully engage and understand where they can take it from. It also gives them a glimpse on how each student is unique in their own way due to their own personal ambitions and factors. The extent of knowledge can be interpreted in so many ways that it is not universal, but it is something that many educators will value. Constructivism is also a greater connection when it comes to social inclusion and peer collaboration because it connects students to expressing ideas, sharing experiences, and actively participating, and to allow one another to learn from their peers, their educators, and their entire world. When it comes to education, we as educators must take the time to guide our students through a variety of media, activities, and more, and give them a chance to explore new topics and to reflect on what they take in and how they can create their own perspective. These diverse perspectives shape our learners and even ourselves in so many different ways and differ from one another that when they encourage these learners to build those interactions and relationships with the world around them, to adopt a more inclusive environment that they need to progress their mindsets. I feel like there are two great innovative approaches that we can do to highlight this learning theory on constructivism, and that it gives their contributions from even our past learning theories. The first idea that I have, and I've mentioned before, is learning pods. One thing that comes to mind are those state tests that students take to examine their strongest and weakest areas of a variety of subjects. I feel like an amazing idea that we can do is to retrieve those tests and examine the results, to see where their strongest suits are and what they need further help on. And from this, we can divide the classrooms within groups and give them a chance to go through the questions they are more interested in or the questions they have problems with. This can be a great chance to not only allow those social interactions through peers, but it also allows them to teach one another and to assist them in the struggles that they are having. An educator can always be there to educate students, but allowing students to take on the role of being both a learner and an educator will heighten their confidence, test their abilities, and be able to provide a new form of support that each one of them needs. Another innovative approach is hands-on experience. We can take students to field trips, museums, create science fairs, create presentations with active participation options, and more. There's an endless amount of ways that students can be further engaged with their learning and also provide them that positivity. Nothing can encourage a student more than being able to be part of their classroom and bring a smile to their classmates. It is a connection that can influence them in a positive manner. In order to do this, we can make sure that our staff is well equipped to provide this effective and efficient way of learning for the students to fully accept and channel. For this, we can provide workshops for our staff members. This can also create that open floor of discussion if anyone has questions, concerns, or even ideas. Our educators are just as important in their educational journey just as our students are, but providing the right tools in both our students and educators can further this education to a new level. As I reach out to our entire school district, I hope that we can all come together to find a way in which we can improve social inclusion, not just for the students, but for our entire learning environment. These learning activities can provide that blueprint that we need to further our mission. There's so many ideas that we can test out and to see what we can improve on to solve the social concern, and hopefully within time we can see the impact that it has created for the better. Thank you for your time.